it, I thought that it's a passport.
Kind of looks like
Look like it,
Turkish
yeah.
passport.
Schwarzrose. Where are you from? Schwarzrose.
Okay. It was a new design. Hi guys. It was a new Fragranza. So they tried to make it look different. And what do you think? Was it convenient, organized like that? I mean, the space, the booth,
Actually,
with many brands inside one booth?
I wanted to ask you guys, because it was my very first year, so I have no context. Like, how is it compared to previous years for you?
For me, it was enjoyable, so I really liked it. I hope you agree.
Yeah.
And quite convenient, so little crowded inside one booth because it was like 10 to 20 brands in one booth. But I don't know, it was all in one place and I really liked it, so for me it was good.
I enjoyed the design because it was really square and organized. In previous years they had semi-transparent booths and round booths, and everything was very confusing for me to locate the brands. This time everything was really geometrically placed, so it was very easy for me to find what I wanted and to go through the corridors. I find it important.
Okay, I would say that I was disappointed a little bit by some who made by some distributors who made their own places nearby, because before it's like a Milano.
In hotels,
in Milano,
close to the exhibition, but
it's
still
more
separate.
popular to make exhibitions nearby, like special places, and then sneak to the exhibition and say, okay, come to us, we are also working. And here some people just missing those brands.
Yeah. So they should make more like intense propaganda, right?
No, I mean,
For us to know where
the
the team-
distributors should be united. I mean
inside
that one event is one event, and just don't pull it because it could tear apart, and
Yep,
you
I know.
would never have such a beautiful exhibition anymore.
Yeah, it's good for the industry if everyone stays together, because everyone pays.
True,
for the-
absolutely.
That's true. All right, so the most
But
important thing.
it wasn't the organizer fault.
Yeah, of
It
course,
was the
of course.
theater's
It's just a
fault.
big exhibition, so it's quite natural that brands are trying to be around, maybe not inside, but around. Okay, guys, the most important thing, fragrances. How would you describe trends just in 2-3 words, maybe, if it's possible at all? Is it?
Okay. Miguel?
Woody, mature,
Mature in what way?
mature in the way that they're not trying to prove anything anymore. Okay, so what we were talking about before, the team, it seems that niche had its time of affirmation, like a teenager. I'm here, I'm crazy, I want to shock you. And now it's not that anymore. It seems like everyone's trying to do something solid and consistent with quality, even if not groundbreaking or extremely surprising. I didn't have any big surprises this year. That's what I call mature.
Well, it was quality.
And quality,
And
quality,
they
yes.
have to sell it after all.
Yeah, yeah.
Too. Yeah, I agree. But there are a few quite surprising things, I would say, maybe general public wouldn't appreciate. I think that you guys, because we just published an article with our impressions, and you agreed about at least one fragrance that was quite unconventional, right?
Yeah, it's a new fragrance by the brand A Lab on Fire called California Snow. And that is exactly what the concept is, the kind of olfactory impression of if it ever snows in California, which doesn't happen very often. And the reason I thought it was kind of a magical concept, but that's the reason I thought it was so creative, because you have this very powerful visual straight from the name. But then the profile itself combines this very cold, like bracing accord that I know you thought was very interesting as well, with aldehydes, and it feels very synthetic.
Yeah, exactly.
With something underneath, it's very, very earthy. It's almost like you can smell the sensation of the water running down the stones in a forest. And I thought that was very unique, actually.
I think that the name of the fragrance makes a huge impact actually on our impression, because without that name, maybe we wouldn't be such impressed.
True, it's a good point.
Most
It's a very good point.
Yeah.
But I guess the whole product adds up to the impression.
And it also opens, so Matvey called it a mineral trend, so mineral
Yeah,
smells.
that's not the only fragrance which has this mineral chord in the center of the fragrance. And I guess that the new things become more and more abstract in this time, and some of the fragrances which are presented in the fair was like, it's hard to describe. If you know the official information, some kind of notes and things like this, you really have hard
So
times
you
to
can
describe
kind of
it.
categorize it, right? Is it
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
oriental, floral, woody,
Yeah,
whatever?
because it's not oriental, not floral at all. So this is really something new, and it's, for me, it's
Actually,
really,
so
really.
one brand that creates that not mineral, artificial sense, it came up, I think, last show with synthetic, the ether.
Ether, yes. The new ether fragrance called Celluloid is actually, for me, the more commercial one in the line.
Yeah.
Because
Most commercial.
They started
Most-
so
yeah, sorry,
crazy
yeah.
and now they come
Yeah.
down.
It's probably, it can, yeah, I can imagine it in some.
So the name.
The name is Celluloid,
Mhm.
so it's about the people who make the movies and something like this. As
Actually, I think that we all have different opinion. For me, it's dusty plastic.
mhm.
For you, you
For me,
describe
it's like
it as
ambergris and a little bit of patchouli and maybe some synthetic plastic things.
I would say that this is a glue.
Glue, synthetic glue, yeah, something like this. But
And
it's very
don't-
comfortable, it's very wearable. So
Absolutely.
in the line of this fragrance, this is like,
For me, it was like a wet plaster.
red
Oh,
plaster.
Oh, no, no,
Yeah.
yes, it is very
Yeah, but
nice.
it's of course they're minerals. So
Yes, yes, but I like this mineral.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your favorite, I guess. Actually,
Yes,
so speaking
Lemon
about
Fire probably my favorite one in the fair, but this one is, yes, I like it as well.
and speaking about trends, so myself, I smell so many woody fragrances in all shades with spices, mostly sweet or like slightly gourmand. I think that they're getting more comfortable, wearable, pleasing. So I can name a fragrance by Antonio Alessandria. The name is so another one made for Javois, the competition of perfumers and
What was inside?
yes, that one.
Does it have a hashtag on the bottle?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
It was full fragrance.
It is very hard to
And the
say.
perfumer is Andrea
Yes,
Casotti,
yes, contemporary.
Yes.
the winner,
And actually,
Andrea Casotti.
yeah, the House of Wood, they released also fragrance quite in the way of this one. I mean, they're not similar, but they are comforting
Wonderly,
and
wonderly.
witty and sweet. Wonderly, yes.
Oh, that means fun.
Of course. Really, can I try?
Any
So it's
findings,
also the
by
very
the
mineral
way?
one, like
So
it's
what are so
Javois.
many bottles here?
What matters?
So what's good here? What's good? Maybe of course.
Before good, I want to say bad.
Oh, okay.
Not in terms of perfume. Something that really bothers me in Pitti Fragranze, something that I don't like in the show. It's the presence of distributors who know nothing about what they're selling.
That's normal.
Yeah, yeah. But it's so disturbing to try to know what they are presenting and launching when they don't know nothing. And there was this brand that I visited, and there was this distributor that didn't speak English. A lot of distributors don't speak other thing than Italian, which is not.
No, after all, it's their market.
Yeah, but it's an international show, and they know that people from all around the world are going to be here. So I don't know. I think it's mandatory.
I think that's easy to improve with the
Yes.
next show.
And
That's our
also
suggestion.
know your stuff. So I was looking at a classic brand, and they were telling there is a new packaging for classic fragrances, and they were telling me that there were new fragrances when I know that they're from the 40s and 50s. Okay, so I'll just shut up about it. Good thing is Secret Euphorie by Rancé, which has a prominent note of something that I normally am not very fond of, which is osmanthus. Fruity, powdery, apricot smelling normally, and this is a very this has a very
description for everything we just.
this has a very dry and leathery base that I like very much. It's one of those things that it's not groundbreaking, but it's so well done and so consistent and well crafted that it deserves some attention.
I think that it is the brightest osmanthus that we had at the show. You actually, Sergei noticed. Actually, he was talking about the brand of.
I just missed the previous round.
Trend of osmanthus.
Yeah, I would say that the in 3 words is osmanthus, patchouli, and quiet orientals. To conclude
Quiet orientals, I agree. Osmanthus too. Yeah, we had several at least. So the one that Miguel mentioned, we had Santi Burgos.
We had Pierre Guillaume
And Pierre Guillaume.
5.1.
Mila Vermeer, of course, because she actually started that new wave of osmanthus fashion, I would say.
With the chapeau.
Yep. Okay.
And we also have a rising trend of coffee.
Oh yes.
Yeah. This is coffee with coconut and fruity
What
notes.
is it?
It's Wonderly from Kosovo.
Wonderly.
It doesn't say in the notes that there is a coffee, but there is.
smells like
Yeah, it smells like coffee. Then we have Toscanello from Profumi di Forte. It's a boozy coffee. It's
vanillic.
It's vanilla, yeah, with rum. We have new fragrance from, let me find. From Cartusia, yeah, Terra Mia. It's Arabic coffee and it's very woody. And we have one coffee from Optico.
Oh yeah.
And it's very nice coffee. It's
very loud. I would
Very
say.
loud, yeah.
And quite dark. On some skin, it can be very vanillic and boozy. That was on me.
Yeah.
All right. So what else good we have here?
My discovery from the show was Cajal Verde. It's a new fragrance. We will announce it shortly from Cannes. There will be a premiere, and it's amazing fragrance.
Floral?
It's rosy, but Matt says it's. No.
It's a
I don't
secret
have any
still.
samples. I don't have nothing because
it's
it's
not.
in
So it's a secret.
production. No, it's not a secret. It was
so
showed.
they're not ready.
You can try it, but they're in
Not
phase
ready.
of production. Yeah, and I think it would be a hit, really, because it has makeup effect over flowery rosy heart, but that lipstick effect. It's so good. And
So well done.
so well done and so
realistic, yeah.
powerful,
Yeah.
and I really can't wait the day launch it.
By the way, where do Oriental fragrances go? So
Well,
yeah.
In a more smooth way, I think.
Like
I think
the
yes, quiet,
Yeah.
less silage, but long lasting.
Yeah.
They're not overpowering.
Yeah, but
They
not
go
more.
to honey,
Yeah.
to sandalwood, to musk, and they are so
Complex,
smooth.
maybe.
As
At least
gourmand,
what I can
And you
say
cannot
from
can you
smell.
put your finger on what is inside. As Matt said.
As gourmand also, it's not that gourmand that punch you in the face with edible notes and everything. It's pleasing gourmands. That's
So it's going the same way
And
as
complex.
Miguel said about
Normal.
mature.
Normal.
normal.
Normal fragrances.
But actually, it's a good description. You know, when you find something, I can make a parallel with the 90s. I always make a parallel with the 90s because, my opinion, if now someone launched Dune and the Dolce Vita, it will be the niche of our brand.
Yes, of course.
And those fragrances launching now as Kajal and
That's
normal fragrances.
One suggestion, for producers.
Yeah, of course.
You can't wait.
Of course.
I think this one is quite a good representation of entire. So it's Wear Me, Cannabis, and it's inspired by hemp. It's a very smooth, soft, quiet, woody gourmand. So I can just keep counting.
Milky Lanka.
So yeah, this kind of fragrances, nice, quiet, and were the majority of the show.
And Aurora Carrara told that it was made to revive the memories from childhood because Cécile Deracan told that she was inspired by the smell of a doll.
Yeah.
Yes,
I had this conversation with Cécile today, yes, and he told me about this doll smell. So you know, it's not like a resin. It's not like a
it is not a
rubber.
resin.
It's not like a rubber. It's many other things. Because doll smell of the many other things.
Yes. You need to differentiate.
You need to smell the doll.
Yeah, suggested to come home and smell dolls. From the American doll, and there you have some kind of the same doll in France that she was.
Do you find dolls there?
No. For me, it's not like that. For me, it's just comforting smell that I can't describe definitely. It's pleasant. It's not fluffy, not too dusty, not too powdery.
Probably for me, it's much more comfortable than the previous two fragrances in this line.
But simply as well.
Yes.
It's interesting you guys keep using these words like softer, more comfortable, mature, because I totally see your point, but sometimes I worry that this is maybe not a good thing for niche and it really limits creativity. Because you see something similar happening in the commercial sphere. So I had a perfumer once tell me that they think vanilla has more or less been totally replaced by ethyl maltol in the commercial sphere. And the difficulty is that when that happened, it's very hard to be creative within that framework. And with niche at the moment, I do agree, I think it's becoming softer. I smell more and more creamy, sweeter orientals that are aligning more with commercial perfumery. But I don't, if that keeps happening, maybe it will just limit people's expectations, so you kind of can't be creative anymore.
I would say that there are some fragrances we smell, like Manera by Laboratorio Olfattivo, is based upon the Black Vanilla Absolute, and mixed with dark woods and dark grey amber reed to make it more masculine and more in the black direction as a perfume, masculine vanilla. And the Roberto Drago told me that the price of vanilla, the true vanilla absolute, rise up down 20 times in a short period of time. So how could you make something not ethyl maltolic and vanillic? You should pay more to make something really outstanding.
I'm optimistic because what a good thing is that they can't push us to buy what we don't like. So it's a free market. It's like a huge workshop, and it goes in waves. Like more comfortable, more challenging. So I think
I agree.
customers will show what they like and what they want. And it's not a bad thing to explore the safer territories, I think.
Good point.
I mean, we are living such troubled times socially throughout America and Europe, I think, and throughout the world.
Everywhere.
Don't we need all some comfort every day? Maybe.
That may be the cause that we now have this wearable, pleasing fragrances.
I guess if you want to feel relaxed, you don't exactly wear like
Yeah,
a cheap perfume.
and feel safe.
I do.
With a normal fragrance. Yeah, but nothing wrong, actually. I don't believe that I'm saying that, but there's nothing wrong with the tune at all. The problem is lack of imagination, lack of the fantasy, so yeah, something like this.
Maybe somebody will invent something really
Yes,
good.
when you do the same over and over again, yes, this is...
And maybe next year we will all be, such crazy fragrances everywhere.
Yeah.
And I would say once more that there is another thing. If you are going to make a strange, extraordinary, strange perfume, you still need extraordinary great perfumer
Yeah.
to make it really, to edit it really well. Because as always, you come to any event and you smell the perfumes that are about incense, about patchouli, about amber, and they always say that's extraordinary, it's abnormal, it's
Wow.
particular patchouli, it's a special
It's
one.
unique.
And when you smell it and understand that you smelled it before, this was that way,
It's boring.
it's not
just-
boring, it's
just
like,
another
well,
one.
we smelled it before.
So that's why we have so many abstract scents right now.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that is it. So we will continue to review and report. Thank you.
Let's
say
take
ciao.
that.
Ciao.